It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Friday. It was a short work week for many of us with the celebration of the Juneteenth holiday on Wednesday. Yesterday, summer officially began in the Ozarks and everywhere else with the summer solstice. And now we are talking about summertime feels all weekend long. Heat and humidity on the rise. And this morning, temperatures as of 5 o'clock are at about 70 degrees. You can expect a south breeze in the forecast today, and I think most of us stay rain-free. Now, with summertime, we have heat and humidity around, so I can't totally rule out one of these summertime pop-up showers or thunderstorms later today, but I think that will be the exception rather than the rule. Most just stay dry, hot, and humid, so all summertime plans are a go for today, and that will hold true through most of the weekend weather forecast as well. There's a lot happening, though, in the Ozarks, and we have got some hot weather to suffer through all of the weekend events heading our direction. High temperatures will make it to the 90s today. I have about 90 degrees in Springfield. Feeling warmer than that pretty much all day, though. We have this heat index value that will be approaching 100, and heat and humidity only intensify as we get into the weekend forecast. So when you look at the surface map across the country today, things look pretty quiet for us here in the center part of the country. We are securely under a ridge of high pressure, which means heat, humidity, and a south breeze that's not too heavy today. All the activity is still located up in the northern tier of the country where this frontal boundary is kind of laying across our northern states. It's become stationary. So once again, I think the thunderstorm activity today will be in the northern portion of the U.S. Of course, we've also have remnants of a tropical system that continue to dump some rainfall down in Texas and much of the Gulf. I don't think that's going to impact us here in the Ozarks, but we're kind of in between these two systems, and we should just remain hot and summer-like through the course of the afternoon. I mentioned heat index values today could approach 100, and I think through the weekend this gets a bit worse. We're going to have to start looking at the heat advisory criteria for Saturday and Sunday as heat index values approach 105 degrees. This can be dangerous heat. So if you have anything going on outdoors, it's just absolutely essential that you find a way to cool off this weekend and protect yourself from the sun. UV index is also supposed to be off the charts with numbers approaching 11, which is the top of the scale. It means burn time in less than 10 minutes. Remember, apply sunscreen. SPF 30 or higher is best, and the reapplication every 2 hours is really key. Wear lightweight, loose-fitting clothing, and that's going to keep you a little bit cooler than if you were wearing dark clothing. And remember to take regular breaks in the shade. Plenty of water. Avoid alcohol. Beverages with electrolytes are always good in temperatures and humidity that's this warm. It prevents against some of that heat stress. And of course, check on your neighbors. Don't forget the pets. It's too hot for them to walk in the heat of the day. So morning walks, evening walks, and even then sidewalks may still be a bit on the warm side. Weak frontal boundary is going to head our direction as we head into tomorrow night. So Saturday night into Sunday morning, I've inserted at least a mention for some scattered showers. I don't see any severe weather chances with this, but some showers would be welcome. It'll at least cool the temperature off a bit for tomorrow night into Sunday morning, but I don't think the showers last long. We may wake up with some rain on the radar on Sunday morning. There may be some thicker cloud cover, and then conditions will likely just continue to heat up as we head through Sunday afternoon. The weekend forecast is looking hot. Today, I have 90 in Springfield, heat index closer to 95 to 100. Tomorrow, high temperature, about 93 degrees. And by Sunday, it's 96. So the heat's getting worse and worse each day. This heat and humidity will also likely continue into the early parts of next week with daily chances for some pop-up showers and thunderstorms. That chance is going to remain at about 10 to 30% chance each and every day through the weekend. So it's one of those situations where you should just throw the umbrella, the rain gear in the car with you. It likely won't happen, but pop-up thunderstorms are going to be possible in this forecast because of the nature of the air mass being so loaded with humidity. I expect that we will see conditions that just linger with the heat through the rest of the month. I'm expecting this hot and humid pattern with almost these daily isolated rain chances in the forecast. Thunderstorms continue today for the southern high plains and the Four Corners. That's where they could have some intense rainfall up along the northern tier of the country. That's where I mentioned that frontal boundary is located. Also, the other national headline that's going to happen in the forecast this weekend is, of course, the heat wave that we're feeling here in the Ozarks, but it is more intense and perhaps more historic up in the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, and portions of the Northeast. That happens over the weekend, and it intensifies out in the West too. So much of the country getting in on some of the heat and humidity. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's the question that I left you with yesterday. It has to do with Scotland. What is the national animal of Scotland? The options were A, a sheep, B, a horse, C, a lion, or D, a unicorn. It seems like the most unlikely choice, but yes, the answer is D. A unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. I did not know this until I was developing this question. Why, might you ask, is Scotland's national animal a unicorn? Well, this dates back to the 15th century when they were deciding on an animal to represent the country. And with its white horse-like body and single spiraling horn, the unicorn is often seen as a symbol of purity, innocence, and power. And that's a lot of the Celtic mythology. So legend tells that their horns can purify poisoned water and it can give them strength with healing power. They thought this aligned with Scotland as a country. So to this day, the national animal of Scotland is D, a unicorn. Congratulations. If that was your guess, all correct answers entered into a pool to win a $20 gift card to Scooters Coffee. That's given away every single day here on Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Here's your next chance to win. This is the question that I will answer for you on Monday. Which of these in the list, which U.S. president is estimated to have the highest IQ? Do you think it is A, John Quincy Adams, B, Thomas Jefferson, C, Woodrow Wilson, or D, John F. Kennedy? You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. While you're there, you can check out all the other contests happening and find up-to-the-minute weather information all weekend long. Thank you so much for listening this morning, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thanks also to Rescue Towing and Scooters Coffee for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Have a great weekend. We will chat again early next week, and stay cool this weekend.